I was probably standing there by the window for about 15 minutes, watching and listening to the storm, when, completely out of nowhere, I heard something from outside the house. I immediately recognized the sound. It was the gate to my backyard swinging open. That gate didn't have any sort of lock on it, but it never just swings open like that. Really, not having any ideas what it could have been, I walked to the back of the house and looked out the back door. Even through the darkness, and the storm and everything, I could see the shadow of a man. They had clearly just come from the side the gate was on, but he was just standing in the rain in the middle of the backyard. Because I could really only see his outline, he just looked like a dark figure. I couldn't tell where he was looking. Like, was he looking toward the house at me, or was he facing away from the house? I didn't know what he was doing out there, but it gave me a bad feeling. I know I could have opened the door and yelled at him to leave my property, but I felt kinda nervous. I mean, if he was crazy enough to just be walking around outside in the middle of a massive storm like this, it wouldn't be far off to assume that he had a gun or something. I thought it was best to not confront them, so I just stayed by the door and watched him. They didn't move for an entire minute, until his arm slowly lifted up from his pocket and he put his hand by his head. I didn't know what he was doing, but I could see a small glowing light in his hand, and just when I realized what it was, my phone began ringing in the other room. It didn't take me all but 2 seconds to understand what was going on. This random guy outside my house was calling me. That's why I could hear the rain on the other end of the phone earlier when he wasn't saying anything. But that was an hour ago. Had he been out in the storm, standing outside my home the whole time? Freaking out, I hurried into the living room and grabbed my phone, confirming it was the same number. Like how long that man had been watching the house for, or watching my family for.